all they could do right now is maybe giving away a couple of more kills. So 9-7, favoring MIBR. Things looking real interesting.
Astralis are just making life hard on themselves, Anders. You know, they're just trying to make it interesting for themselves. That's what's going on here. They're playing against a pug, and they have elected to give MIBR a fighting chance by giving them both pistols and allowing them to take the lead in the second, towards the end of the first half. You know, allowing them to have this pistol in the second half. You know,
Yeah,
they just like to. They want to fight.
indeed they do. 17 kills there on TRK, Dupree on 18 kills. They're going to be picking up not just upgraded pistols, but also some HE grenades. Dupree jumping up after a flashbang there. Going to be following over the grenade. That's going to be pretty good. We'll do some good damage onto KNG, but that's a Krieg.
That is a
picked
Krieg
up by Lucas. That's a rare sight these days. TRK just like in the pistol round, trying to open up this bomb site. Magus got 1 kill. And Lucas actually doing good work with this. It's still a 2-on-3, and I don't know. I think Glaive found one of the only members of MIBR there that had some health left. See if Sip could do anything here. The grenade, I don't think it's going to kill KNG, but it is damn close.
That was some money damage, and now you've given the man who has Kevlar on a helmet an AK to work with. That smoke going down, though, it's gonna burn a lot of time off the clock. But if you can spot out KNG early, that's information. That's yep. You see him already trying to predict VSM's positioning there with the follow-up. And now that clock is running down. Zipnix does have a kit, so he has a little bit more room to maneuver, but he is going to commit to this, and VSM is going to catch him looking the wrong way. Just too many angles for Zipnix to check as he made his way onto that bomb site. So double digits, Anders, double digits for T-side MIBR. I am thoroughly impressed. I did not think that they would make double digits.
No,
Throwing
me
it out
neither.
there. Throwing it out there.
It's really good to see, and I don't know if it's worth it for Sip to go for that clutch. I felt like there was so little time on the bomb left.
Do you think he's trying to force it?
Yeah, maybe. Feels like he's got like some sort of, like he's running for re-election as the clutch minister. You know?
As the clutch minister doesn't want to lose that spot. Listen,
I don't know.
you don't replace Zipnix.
Certainly not easily, right? It'll take a little while to do that. Dupree has got a Seuss. That HE did nothing but blowing up the VLC cone, and now it's a standstill.
The thing is, with Zipnix, it would be a case of just... I feel like it would be a case of him replacing himself, if anything, right? I find it hard to believe that he would...
just retiring eventually.
Exactly. He's just too good.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back to his old self right away. I mean, he's been playing pretty good this game, but he could have only just saved what he had that round, and it would have been slightly better off. KNG finding 2 people in the corner and just sprays them right down with the MAC-10 for some extra cash as well. And a very measured and you know, just a slow approach to this round. MIBR do not want to get caught off guard in some crazy stack or anything else, and I fully appreciate that. There's no reason to, like, you know, if you let Astralis back into this game here, if you give them like an awkward round, it can spiral out of control, so I would do my best to try and not let that happen either. They're doing a fine job here. Just the Seuss left. Got it drawn, but wasn't expecting KNG. Nice triple for him. Nice lead now for MIBR, 11-7. Finally, Astralis could buy something here in the second half, but yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah, this is very nicely done here by MIBR. It is worth mentioning that this is MIBR's map pick, and that Nuke will be coming up next, which is Astralis. Is always a nice map for them, and so definitely not done by any stretch as we do go into the first big buy round here for Astralis. CT side Astralis, AWP on device, full nades, everything else for everybody else on this team, and they have gone for quite a bit of a snack over here towards the B side Astralis, really hoping that MIBR were going to try and make a play on this side of the map. And, well, it is going to happen, only not when Astralis were expecting or hoping for it. This is now going to get very interesting.
That's dangerous for Dupree. If they had turned the corner like 2 seconds earlier, he would have been caught setting up, and he still will be. Nice grenade to absolutely bomb him right out of there. Magus now showing up, but in the middle, KNG, what a fight to win. Even as Magus gets one, it doesn't even matter. The retake now, I don't know how you do it. They needed that mid-presence. They needed to make sure that no one from MIBR was going to be there. Glaive and Device hard as it is, I mean, maybe, but what he's doing right here, of course he could maybe get a quick double kill, but you still need to, or you could just be sent flying off the building. Fair play. I was going to say, you still just risk that AWP, and it's so late now in the game that you can't really afford to do that.
Yeah, Device does spend a lot of time in free fall, doesn't he?
Apparently.
KNG takes him 12-7, and yeah, Mibr now. Off the back of that round, it's going to put Astralis in a 4-spy scenario. I'm actually really surprised to see a lack of tactical timeouts getting taken here by Astralis, to be fair.
That's also true.
It feels like they are a team that would be trying to slow down the pace a little bit, trying to talk things over. There's a lot of frustration, clearly, on the side of the Danes.
A lot of excitement on Mibr. I love that. That's
they're
amazing.
Always, yeah, they're always pumped, aren't they?
Well, I mean, you know, this version of Mibr certainly is. The other one definitely weren't, but that's one of the things everyone in the world surely has always loved about Brazilian Counter-Strike, is that like level of, you know, hype, just pure passion about the game. That's certainly what I love about it. So, I'm just excited to see it. It's been way too long.
Yeah, those guys are wild. The fans and the pros.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's that was maybe one of the most depressing things about the ridiculous collapse of the you know, original whatever lineup. Was just how, you know, how sad they all looked at it in a way. It's a nice shot. TRK goes right down. Dupree falling back to another angle, hoping for another headshot.
Dupree's always been lethal with that deagle.
Yeah.
You do not want to be facing that guy. He will take your head off. The flash setup baits the response from Leo, hoping to spray and get lucky there, but all it does is give away their position. A little bit of information gained there for Astralis. That's prompted Device to rotate over to help his longtime teammate. And now you even have Magus joining the fight. Things are about to get real spicy here for Mibr.
It's a good thing he was blind, so he couldn't see himself getting shot in the face.
Oh, the bomb is rotating over towards A, and that's going to just play out perfectly here for Astralis. Body block on that smoke as well. It's not a perfect one. There's going to be a gap to exploit for the Danes as well here as Mibr finally trying to push onto the bomb site. Lucas takes down Device, but Device was low HP anyway.
They almost got sprayed down. They need to keep everyone alive because there's going to be a matter of timing on the bomb, really. 8 seconds. Bomb plant while the other guy is covering and just stopping the bomb. Huge decision-making for Magus. As soon as you stop the bomb, they've won the round, I mean, almost no matter what. But if he went for the other kill, who knows? Still a chance that something crazy could happen. So, pretty well played. Astralis barely winning the round, but they did win it. And I think, you know, they're in recovery mode right now. They're the ones that are fighting on the back foot, saying, oh, God, you know, why are we losing this game all of a sudden?
Sick play from Magus. You expect those kinds of plays from Magus, though. He's so sharp. But that's a must-win round for Astralis. Keeps Mibr off of 13. Keeps Mibr just one round further away from taking this first map in this series. And so we're finally starting to see that fight that we were talking about at the beginning of this map, considering the pedigree on Astralis, their history as a team. I mean, you expect these guys to, you know, it could... It's fun. With Astralis, it could be 12-3, and I would still be saying, yeah, well, it's Astralis. They can still run this back.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, the other side... Oh, wait a minute. Dupree, not quite getting that, but Glaive, there is a little bit of an insurance policy. And it's working out quite well. Magisk also showing up for middles, and the bomb is dropped inside. So now there are no more surprises in this round for Astralis. They know what's coming. They know where that bomb is, and they can just all get over here and rotate in. We talked about earlier how Mibr had nothing to lose, but on the other hand, you know, Astralis just, they could almost only this point, right? Or I feel like already the Twitter critics are going to be, you know, lining up to say, man, this is not what I was expecting. This is not what I paid for, Semler. I want my money back.
Okay, I will give you that refund of 0 cents.
Yeah. Oh, there's a construction beam in the way. I wonder how, you know, I'm sure you could shoot an AWP at that and it will not actually go through.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I feel like.
I feel like we should know the caliber of an AWP off the top of our heads.
Yeah, I think they probably do come in, you know, like different different.
It feels like that's a thing where, oh my God, is he really going to do this? TRK with the Galil, no less. Dupree is low, 8 seconds left on the clock, and he's going to go down. Do they have the time for the plant? They have to sneak it. They do.
Oh, wow. Only just. That is just a massive mistake from Astralis' side. Just really almost unforgivable, but it might not be done yet. TRK, he's got the double. He's got the bomb plant as well. He's waiting for it. Almost getting caught. There's the Galil versus AK, though. Could be really tricky. And Meg is trying to suss him out. Oh, he's being played with. He's being toyed with it. TRK picking up a triple and just stealing. That was at a 2-on-4 that they ended up winning. And Astralis really just had to stay out of the line of sight. And it's only because of the time that's left that this makes it so silly, right? If they just hide, there's nothing that they could do on the MIBR side.
There's the timeout, Astralis, but I think it might be a bit too late. You might have woken the beast already with that round. That is the kind of, yeah. You see the reaction here from MIBR? Like, they just get so pumped. They're going to be so in it now.
Come on.
That's the other advantage, you know, the fact that these guys, for them, it's almost as if they were on LAN, MIBR, because they're not staying at their homes the way that Astralis are, for example. Astralis, you know, they're here in Europe, they're in Scandinavia, they live here, and so they're in their apartments, they're off on their own. MIBR are all clearly together in the same room, and so they're going to be feeding off of the energy in there. When things get hype, it's going to get intense. That can translate into the server and really go on to ruin Astralis' day.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. I mean, you see on the camera just exactly how hyped they're getting. It's amazing.
I feel like Demolition Ranch would have the answer to our question, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No. I've watched way too much of it, but I'm always worried about that kind of stuff. You know, just if you get it even slightly wrong, it's going to be 100 people tweeting at you saying, no, Anders.
True.
I just don't have time for that.
That's all right.
I'm already wrong enough without having people on the internet.
You don't need to add to it.
Yeah. I feel like that's the experience I get plenty. They have really almost nothing to work with here on the Astralis side. Let's be plain about it. They're in really deep water at the moment, and I don't know how this is going to play out, but it is not looking good. Magisk with an important headshot back to a 3-on-3, and Device should be dead, but somehow picks up Lucas. VSM next in line is finally going to take care of him. 50 seconds for a 2-on-2 with MIBR. I don't know, Kenji's so low that they don't even need a headshot to take him down, and that is a problem up against these Deagles. At least they have more time than last time here. Oh, nice shot on Magisk. That's what you want. Now it's on Dupree. He's tried to save them so many times so far in this series. And they're going to be running. I actually like this call from MIBR. I think this is really smart.
This is them trying to play to the number advantage here.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Are they going back? They're faking it out? I don't know.
No. They're rotating over. He's going to come over here. The thing is, if he's close enough for Dupree to hear, and that's almost acts as a beta in its own self.
Yeah, it kind of did.
That's such a... With Dupree's positioning, you think, oh, it's great, he's going to hear him. It's actually, no, that baits him into the open.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe they also thought halfway through that rotation into B, they think, well, hold on, if somehow Dupree's guessed it, we're going to be done no matter what, right?
Where are all the Danish fans, Anders? We saw the Brazilian fans from IBR. There's 3 fans tuning in for Astralis. Guys, you got to get the cams going.
That can't possibly be true, can it? I feel like that's purely a lie. You know,
I've seen how many people have bought Astralis jerseys.
Yeah. Well,
we've all been in the Copenhagen Arena.
Maybe they've rage quit already. That would be a shame. Device going to get an important kill there, but a nice double return from TRK. And KNG continuing. That is really good. Nice double for him. They do finally take down VSM, but it's still a 2-on-2. And they've been here before. And if they win this round, it might be... again, like, the money on the Danish side is looking absolutely terrible. They're so close to doing it, at least on the first map, but I'm going to give them all the credit as they can. I think it's great what we're seeing right now out of the Brazilian side.
This is absolutely terrific.
It really would be something to behold, although they're not quite going to win the round. I think just barely getting caught Lucas trying to get back from that bomb. That's a bit of a shame. 9th round on Astralis.
And do we get the double AWP set up here for Astralis as well? It's looking like it. Dupree, perfectly capable offer in his own right. He can take that sniper rifle. Relies on confidence, but I mean, he's been hitting shots. He's at 21 frags right now, top fragging for Astralis. So I mean, get that guy the big green gun and let him go to work. Whereas MIBR is looking like it should be a round of eco here from them. Eco or half buy, not a full buy. Don't quite have the money for all of the fun stuff you want. So it's looking like much more of a quick round here from MIBR.
Yes. Well, I mean, Dupree used to be sort of a meme when you'd see him, pick up the AWP, and then one day it definitely stopped being that, and it turned out he's actually quite good with it. So.
Yeah, it's not Get Right. That used to be the real meme, right? Where if Get Right picked up a scoped weapon, you knew Nip were in trouble.
Yeah, I think Scream did it once as well.
That was
we were not happy.
We were casting that. That was pretty brutal. Yeah, I think how many shots did he miss in a row?
Just a lot.
A lot.
We stopped counting eventually.
That was tough, man. There were no one taps that happened in there.
But yeah, Dupree was saying it for a long time that but if it wasn't for device, like I could do the AWPing, and I just kept rolling my eyes at it, thinking like, whatever, like this is I don't know what you're talking about.
That truly is the wonderful thing about Dupree, though. He can do it all. Give him a deagle, rips people's heads off. Give him a rifle, does insane work.
Interestingly, it was actually I think the first time that we saw it sort of really tested was in the Royal Arena for one of the last events where device wasn't there, and then Dupree just said, you know what, let's go. And it worked out pretty well, and then it has been for many times since. So, anyway, 10-14, 25th round here. Currently, it's 24 kills on TRK that's taking the lead. So again, really impressive, just really good stuff here. This turned in to much less of a meme game than many of us were fearing that it might be.
Indeed.
And I think, in fairness, because we've been watching MIBR games for this entire year, and it's not been that impressive. But this is cool. So I'm ready to change my mind in an instant if they are going to be playing well. VSM goes down. I think he got shot and then grenaded, and they don't check the corner. And they themselves fell victim to something very similar in the first half. Glaive picked that one up, and that's the bomb as well. KNG trying to bring it back. He's going to get the kill on device at the very least. It is a long way back into this round. And hopefully Astralis have learned from their previous 2-on-4 not to throw it away, or did the rifle really get blown over?
That's so unfortunate for KNG.
He himself must have hit it then with an AK while it was falling or something.
Of all the people that could pick up an AWP right now, KNG would have been the perfect guy for MIBR right now.
True.
Unfortunately for him, that is just not going to happen. Well, Astralis, they picked up that the bomb was dropped over here at ramp. Leo going to try and set himself up for a point. That's going to get checked in just a moment. Yep, Zipnik spots him out, and so the game is up. Magus is effectively cut off from the rest of his team, but he is going to be blocking. Now that Leo, that's irrelevant. He's down.
Yeah, I think Magus was acting as a sort of insurance policy, saying, because it can be a huge mistake if you all just go and stand on the bomb once it's dropped somewhere. You got to be really careful that you don't get too off put by that. So I'm glad that they had a little bit of something else in case they were getting into trouble. Save coming in for KNG, perfectly reasonable. It's a shame that he couldn't get that AWP, but it will be 11 rounds now for Astralis. So we head into the 26th round. So I don't think they don't have to panic yet, MIBR. But if nothing else, this will surely slow down their energy a little bit and sort of make calm things down a bit.
Now that you mention it, that's what I was thinking last round. We're seeing a lot of cameras from the Astralis guys, and they're always pretty cool, calm, and collected. Over on the side of MIBR, though, I'm curious what the reactions are looking like. They're probably looking a little concerned. Just because now is when you start, now is not when you want to let Astralis start to get any speed going their way.
Definitely not.
So KNG going to hold on to that AK. He has that AK Kevlar. Picks up a single smoke grenade. They'll be playing that to perhaps cut off that molly. If Astralis wanted to throw the anti-rush nades out. Instead it will be a smoke going down, and Zipnix catches KNG. That's the AK gone. At least the AK gone with the Kevlar to back it. Instead now it's device just murdering him.
Leo, you've got to admire the courage charging on up. Wanted to see if he could get close, but yeah, they really effectively got shot down through that smoke. And Glaive will find the last kill. So that will be another round. 12-14. They're getting closer. They're getting within the distance here. Also, obviously, picking up the money just, so that even if MIBR get to 15, it's not like the Danes immediately have to save. There are some decent signs now working out for them. And a bit of a pause being called. Again, we don't know why yet, but we'll figure it out. So we shall see. Hopefully it won't be too long here. I don't know. It's really impossible to say who's going to win it at this point in time. There's just so much going on.
Okay.
Looks
So
like
that
they're
was
back
just a
in.
tactical. That was a quick tactical timeout taken, and they do actually have the ability to chain tactical timeouts. Except that now that they've used a regular pause as a tactical timeout, we'll have to keep that in mind. This should count as like the second
It should, but listen,
tactical timeout.
there are so few rounds left. I'm not sure it's going to be an issue, is it? Like,
Hey,
it's, you know.
We've seen some crazy stuff. We've had guys like train 2 timeouts back to back, really get that time in.
Well, we'll see if they're going to go for it or not. They certainly could if they wanted to. No, we're back into it. Everything is just fine. 14-12. I'm really impressed that everyone is on MIBR is playing this well. I was expecting, again, this is where it just sucks to be Astralis right now, because I'm not even going to really be impressed by that. I'll just be disappointed if they don't. But MIBR are putting on a great show right now.
I was expecting more of a pug approach from MIBR, and I think we're getting just that, you know. It's just that for a pug approach to work, you need guys to hit shots. Except that the guys on MIBR hit shots.
Yeah.
So that strategy works, right? If they were missing shots, Anders, it'd be a different, a different story entirely, and Astralis would just be strolling on through. Instead, we've got a game on our hands. MIBR are doing good work. Ooh, thought that was going to do way more damage, that HE.
It looked like it. The wallbang earlier did tag Leo up a fair bit, so he's not going to be happy. And even this tiny amount of damage, people tend to forget, but it actually makes a big difference, because suddenly that M4 becomes just like an AK. You can, one-shot people and they still die with a headshot. So those grenades don't always, I mean, it's obviously best if they could do a lot of damage, but even just a bit will count in the right direction. 27th round. I think now is where MIBR really need to at least swing back and get that overtime secured, like try and get that stability. They've got the A ramp, which interestingly, Astralis have sort of given them without even much of a reply. See if they get the counter grenades down once the T side starts to throw them in. There's going to be one of them, and they'd be funneled the other way. They can't. They probably would love to pin to the bomb site, but they cannot do that as long as the smoke is down. So could be a bit awkward now. They're almost running into their own flames. They definitely don't want to be doing that. Oh, and baited out into it. Glaive with a really important kill. 24 seconds here, and they're fighting left and right, and comes charging through. Glaive not even waiting. I thought for sure he'd wait on his teammates, and just like that, it's a 2-on-2, and let's see if they get that bomb down. Lucas nearly dropping already. Dupree already scoped up, walking close. 9 seconds on the board. They need to get this bomb plant down, and they're not going to be allowed. Round is definitely done. Just run, sip. You have to make it around the corner, and he's hunting him. He's got the right idea, Leo. He knew, and then he still gets shot in the face. Oh, that's a brutal kill right at the end. 13-14.
Unbelievable. Glaive, dude. Look at that. That guy on your screen right there, just charging through the smoke. This kill was something, but yeah, exactly. No fear. As it's clearing, jumps through, takes the fight to him. That is a make or break kill.
Yeah.
And MIBR now really feeling it. The pressure is mounting. Can they get it done in regulation, or can they squeak that last round and get us into overtime here? It's going to be interesting. MIBR calling their third timeout now. And I mean, what do you got? They're going to go for it. It was looking more like half-by territory, but they are going to try and make it happen with some rifles. Means that they're going to be light on nades, so TRK might have to take the hit here. Go for a Galil and Kevlar so that he can have nades.
All right.
Or a Deagle Kevlar just so you can have some nades to execute with. No, you don't need nades.
They're fighting.
This is actually like what I was saying earlier. The embodiment of the pug. Just channel your inner killer, right? Just hit headshots. That's all MIBR is saying right now. We're just going to hit a bunch of headshots.
I mean, look at how close all of these rounds are. It's not like they're not doing that, but if they keep being close 2v2s and then Astralis barely win them, eventually, there aren't going to be more rounds to play with. And we'll see. MIBR probably keep thinking to themselves, damn,
yeah, exactly.
We're doing it right. Like, I mean, it's hard to even argue against that. Like, they are doing what they need. Molotov up, and there's some backup. Magisk, if he wasn't there, they might have been able to catch Dupree, but that is, again, a good little fail-safe. And these are the kind of protocols and the kind of thing that, we're kind of used to seeing out of Astralis. We want to see more of.
Well, even then, I mean, that might have been the time to use that single flash grenade. Around that corner, but now, I mean, you're going in dried, no nades, no nothing. it's a tough scenario. And so, yeah, with a minute left, this might just turn into an impromptu timeout as well here, where MIBR can just chat about the next round. There's no hope for KNG.
No, there really isn't. They're going to be tied up on there at 14-14. What a... If it ends like this, oh, man. People are going to be crushed because...
I'd appreciate it, yeah.
I mean, they had a... well...
It's like I was saying, Astralis never count them out, especially against a team.
No, you're right.
Beating, right?
You definitely should never count them out. But, you know, it would just be dangling the hope in front of the MIBR fans and saying, no, not quite. Of course, again, it is a best of 3, but yeah, Astralis look like they're slowly getting their feet under them a little bit here. 15 seconds, and KNG just going to be waiting around, as we said. Have you noticed that Leo's got that chin strap beard style going on? There are just very few people who can pull that off, but I think he's doing a good job.
You have to have a very particular build for that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I've never tried myself, but it reminds me of one of a band I really enjoy called Fastball. The lead singer used to sort of look like a little bit like that. So
okay,
made a great song called "The Way," in case anyone wants to be googling stuff. I really enjoyed that. It's been a while. It's all the way back when MTV was still showing music. So a while. All right. Let's see.
Well, they're calling. We had a quick tech pause there as Lucas looked like he dropped
and
the server. Got him back in. And so we should be ready to restart to get things rolling. KNG getting the team pumped up. And the freeze time has been canceled. So we are in the thick of things here. It is now tied up 14-14. Forced by scenario. Hardcore coming in here from MIBR.
What's it look like so far? I'm trying to figure this out. Wait, can I? All right. Actually, they have been surviving with more members of Astralis than I thought. Like out of the last, 6 rounds, it's only, a couple of times it's been down into 2v2s.
Yeah.
So maybe I was fooling myself a little bit into thinking they were closer. Well, now's the time. 14-14. Oh, and he jumped over it. He actually jumped over the shot. That is interesting. Meg is slightly falling back and calling in Glaive with the AK to take down Lucas. And now it's a 3-on-3. Leo coming in. He's been very good at this particular angle. Even at the pistol round, I think that's how it started. Taking down Glaive. So no one now defending the B-bomb site. And a retake they should go for here, Astralis, because they have so much money to work with that I don't think there's any point in saving the guns. Yes, you could give some of them over maybe to MIBR, but I think it's still worth it. So limited on the grenades and everything else, it would be tricky to try and win it. And I don't know. I still go for it.
You got incendiaries to clear out the usual spots. Exactly, up close. There's one. The spot comes in. VSM is going to take down Zip, and that's Meg is backing off now to hold on to his M4. I guess he's going to want, what, his AK? Yeah, he could pass it over to never mind. Could have passed it over to Dupree. Instead, it is going to be made in Brazil. Map point. Off of the back of a very clean strat there. Device is going to be feeling a bit frustrated for himself. Over-peaking that angle ends up costing him. You can see here, takes that shot, but the smoke grenade killed him? Okay, then.
No, did that really happen?
That really happened.
I can't believe it. I didn't even realize. I've been waiting for that for years, and now I was so freaked out. Oh God. Well, listen. If you're gonna be an
enhance that last second there, it looked like an incendiary. Or was that it was an incendiary all along, Anders? It was masquerading as a smoke.
Just faked it out.
But he just faked it out. Listen, it was an incendiary all along.
If you are gonna take down Astralis 16-14 and take down Device with a smoke, I think that's not bad for a lot of work here in the first map. I think that's gonna be amazing.
Listen, you can still steal this. It is your map after all. If you're MIBR, this is your map pick. You're going into Nuke, which is Astralis' map pick next in this best of 3. But if you take the first map, that's fantastic. You just need to, you need Astralis to crumble on Nuke, and then you're cooking with gas.
Yeah, I'm so interested in this.
Not wood chips. But we don't have time for that anyways. The pellet, it's 12 hours later.
Yeah. Get that fired up. Get MIBR fired back up again. I want to, see those reactions on the cam. That's what we're here for. 30th round. It all comes down to this. It's either going to be overtime for the Danes or it's going to be Mibr stealing it away. And in remarkable fashion, I've got to be honest. Leo, he has been really cool. He's been really fearless in his approach. Been leading a lot of the charges, both here at the A ramp, but also over in middle, as we've seen many times. And he's been doing an amazing job. So, Molotov in the back to check that out. And now, I mean, there are some people here for Astralis, so but they're all set up so far back that you have to assume it's going to be some kind of a retake strat. That is one hell of a nade. Ouch.
That HE definitely stung. But now it is going to be go time here. 35 seconds left on the clock. Enough waiting around for Mibr.
I think they're going to blow up the bomb planter. I think it has to be it. TRK going down is not good news. And let's see. Yeah, they're waiting for it. They're listening. Actually, they just get shot for the smoke. But again, they're definitely waiting for the bomb. Lucas has got the health, but no, it doesn't even. They just cannot get that bomb down. It doesn't matter what they're doing. As soon as they walk in, now they're going to turn the corner, and Lucas fighting back in style. KNG will be dropped, and now there's no time here again. There's no way they can get back. It's going to be 15-15. It's overtime on the first map here on Vertigo. What a way to get the day started. We had to wait a long time for this game, but I'm glad that we did.
Yeah, we got everything that we wanted here. And instead of it going one way or the other, it is going to be the full 30 rounds, and into overtime we go. So, should be good. The one thing to keep in mind, $10,000 starting money, not the $16K. And so it is very important on the CT side to get things right and to start strong here in this first half of overtime. Otherwise, things can get grim and out of control pretty quick.
Yeah.
Additional pressure on Astralis here to continue to shine. And now we have to see, is it the hard reset for Mibr where they're like, oh man, we're so close, now we got to do all this work again?
I mean, typically, right, that's where the more loose team starts to maybe feel the pressure a bit more. But that was clearly just a design strategy. Oh, Dupree running right down, not taking the stairs. And more grenades over at the A-ramp. They're playing the same kind of a setup here. Nice trade, but Device is going to be connected with that shot. But again, they're happy to let them have it. This is a strat that NIP, I mean, at least first time I saw it, really popularized. Saying, fine, whatever, you can have the entire ramp and the bomb site, but we're going to have so many grenades that you know, planting the bomb becomes a real mess. And it wasn't even really the grenade last time, but that was the strat regardless of what actually played out.
Yeah, I like it.
Huh? Did he not hear that? He's got the grenade in hand.
Yeah, he just does some damage. But I guess they're just not rushing it. They've got a 2-man advantage going into this retake. It's a 4-on-2 scenario for Astralis.
Point.
They should have everything under control going into it. Make use of those grenades, cut off those angles. Made in Brazil, they are going to be trying to use the buddy system here. TRK and Lucas playing together. They will have each other's backs until Dupree shows up on the flank. It looks like, yep, he spotted out Lucas as well. He knew it was coming, and Device will be the one to hit the shot. Astralis getting that key first round here on their CT side.
The only way they could really have each other's backs, right, is if they were stood back to back and sort of and then it would be really hard to coordinate.
The crab walk.
Someone would have to back up and the other guy would have to walk forwards, and they have to like mirror each other.
Listen, Anders, these are pro players, though. You would expect that level of proficiency, right?
Listen, someone maybe one day will figure out how to do that. You've got the full 360 coverage, but
that would be, yeah, the coolest. Imagine that. And then they spin, too, as they go, so they never miss. They never miss an angle.
Got to find a way to duct tape the players together. So then it will work. Then it will work.
Well, 16-15. And Astralis looking good here on that CT side. A little bit of pressure being put up by the nades on ramp. Standard stuff so far from either team. Nothing too crazy. Although it is looking like Astralis are going to give up mid this time once again. Although we could get that delayed peek coming in from Glaive.
They actually missed the Molotov, and I don't know if they know. It didn't really affect anything, but if they realized it went over, they might be, yeah, they're super suspicious about that. Because they know it went over the edge, so it looks like it won't really cost them too much here. But still, tiny mistakes could sometimes have really outrageous consequences. Teammates smoking off and helping out. And just staying put in the corner. Ready and waiting is Sip, who does not have another smoke, so if they re-Molotov this, he is going to be dancing out of there in the flames, and I don't think that'll work out well for him. All right.
This is looking like a change of strategy coming in here from Brazil.
Yes,
It's time to
it
move
is.
her towards the B site.
Well, this is actually really good. Dupree standing all the way back here. They're running in, and he will not be able to win the fight. Nearly a double kill for Magisk, but not enough. Leo instead, I'm shocked that he got that second one. He actually spun all over the place. What a nice hit. Mibr take the bomb site, and now making their escape. This is really impressive. What a nice call. KNG just put on notice there, but that was a very, very cool late in the round call coming out. And again, Leo, he's been doing a lot of work entering these bomb sites. Not easy to do.
3 health. Bullet just caught the edge of the box there. That's unfortunate.
It did, didn't it?
And well, now because of, well, I mean, the economy should be strong enough here. Astralis will have a full buy, barring anything crazy. Zip gonna spot out one, but that's his teammate taking him out. Instead, it's going to be a second. KNG removed, and all of the cleanup kills coming through here. For Astralis, not going to be able to pick up the AK, unfortunately. That was it. Well played. But here we go. Big buy. Tied up 16-16. Mibr showing some fight.
Definitely, and colossal rifles in the last round for Mibr does not matter at all. There's plenty of money going to this one, and so do Astralis. So no one is fallen trapped to the 10K start money yet.
Yeah, Dupree, if anybody can feel a little bit frustrated, I think it's Dupree there. It's not often that you see him missing a guaranteed kill that way.
No, probably not.
Should really be picking up that kill, so it's at least a 1-for-1 trade, and then maybe sticks one, and it's a 3-on-3 retake scenario.
I think it was JKS that was holding that position a lot when we were watching them play earlier, and that was incredibly effective.
Yeah,
That
he was
worked
just
out
murking him.
so well.
Yeah, it was brutal. But I mean, you know, Savage, he did some good work.
I know. How does a guy with the last name Savage not end up being called Savage in the game? It's like you've got your nickname made for it.
I mean, it's true. It is. That's the thing. That's where we come in.
I know. Well, it's too late now. I guess anyway. Oh, pushing up, Sip saving pretty much this whole bomb site. They would have both been dead instantly if he hadn't got that kill, and somehow he managed to get it. So that's pretty important. 5 versus 3. Quite low there. He's down to 6 health and backing off a bit. Sip just throwing some random bullets in that general direction, and oh, they've got nowhere to stand. There's not enough space for all of them. Oh no! What a disaster. Lucas fighting his way back and tapping it, but he's not going to be able to do it. Not everyone could fit in there, Semler. It was
the clown car that just ran out of space.
I know. What a tough scenario.
The phone booth, the elevator. What other? I mean, there's the bathtub. There's all those other memes. You know, like how many people can get into one place at porta potty. What else?
Lots of confined space. The bathtub one sounds interesting to me. An experiment. Running, you know.
The bathtub one, yeah, but then I'm just amazed that I had friends do that in an apartment that was not on the bottom floor. And I'm just like,
oh, if they crash through, then
yeah, I'm just like, you're standing on a really heavy thing already. Just, you know, I mean, well constructed.
So if you at least have the common decency, if you crash through to the lower floor to invite those people to come as well.
All right.
Gotta let us remember. I know this sucks, but we are running an experiment. You guys want to jump in, and now's the time.
17-16, Astralis on the T side going into the second half of overtime. They are in the lead, and we are looking for the first team to reach 19 rounds.
Yes.
This is all on Astralis, just inching their way forward. Magisk has managed to work his way up, however. A very passive hold here, as this is Mibr gambling on the B site.
Yeah, and what a difference. We did not see this from them in regulation. They were actually, I thought, very good at fighting Astralis over at this A ramp, so it's slightly surprising that they wouldn't want to try and, you know, recommit to that here in overtime. But yeah, it could also just be one of those, like, let's try and do things a little bit different. Maybe they're not expecting it. I think it's going to be rough, though. KNG, does he risk jumping up? If he jumps up and dies, then there might not be much left here of the defense at all. Grenades to chase him down. He's lucky to be alive, and it's very important that he stays that way, because again, you don't want to give up this round. Plant all the way at the edge. The grenades not quite getting him. Again, they were prepared for the default plant, which almost everyone does. Mibr knowing all of those lineups, but just guessing the wrong scenario there. Molotoving the bomb will not help to defuse it. That is not how that works. 4 versus 5 now, and the bomb down. Almost no grenades left on Astralis, so that's maybe one thing. They can't Molotov the bomb or anything, but this is a fight right now to stay in the map here for MIBR for sure. TRK goes down. Next, it's still a 4 on 3. I mean, they're going to have one more round to try it, but Astralis are going to be so far ahead, and Device just tapping away. That's unusual. They're still going to win the round as Megas will get a quad kill and get some stunning headshots at the end of it. 18 to 16.
Dude, Megas really coming alive here. It's been the battle between him and Dupree to take the lead in terms of kills for Astralis, but talk about him really coming up big for his team when they needed him. Fantastic, holding it down exactly. That shot right there sets it up for this wonderful play. The double clinches the round. Device just kind of throwing in the towel there, it felt like at the end with that tapping.
Yeah, it did feel like it's like, we're already
lackadaisical.
It's already good. But it wasn't good. You can't be making any of those assumptions. Megas really getting a shot in the knees in that round.
It's full on expecting the all-out rush coming in from Astralis. Made in Brazil, putting up a stiff anti-rush defense, but it's Device lurking at the edge of the smoke. He catches Lucas out in the open. Man advantage for Astralis going into map point.
Flanking again? Or am I just making that? He's just in the middle for now, I guess. Alright. Yeah, KNG, now he's made it far enough in. He's going to take the ladder down. He's on a spy mission with a giant, loud sniper rifle, Semler, so...
Yeah, he's going to have to just go for the no-scope, I think.
Well, I mean, I'd love that even more. And Dupree, huge off-angle waiting for him. Sip's also here waiting. If they walk into this, this is going to be absolutely done. They somehow get the kill on him? That's amazing. Leo taking down Sip. I don't know if he saw 1 or 2 of them. Device has picked up a deagle. He wants to try and see if he can shut it down, but he's missing the chance. A bullet would have done it. And finally, Megas will take him down. But 2 versus 3. Still have 35 seconds left. Do they know about the second? I don't think they do. This might be the ticket they line up. Oh my god. A headshot for Megas. He should have absolutely been dead. And now the question is, they can run to B, and I think that's what they're doing. And VSME will have heard it. Does he trust it? Now they're waiting for him inside of the middle. Dupree, he got the kill right here to win it. And he's just watching for him. I don't know if... Does Dupree know? He must know. He's stuck right here. Oh, what a missed chance. It's close. Bomb is going to be going down. Molotov and now Dupree. Yeah, better to fall back than to try and stick around and wait for that fight. I have no idea how VSM would win this. This is so hard to do. There's so many angles. A grenade on Megas would be a great start, but Dupree will find him at the end. And it's 19-16 for everything that MIBR put into this map.